So a couple months ago, Lady Gaga joined the filming for Joker 2 as it was announced sometime last year that she was joining the cast to play the Joker's love interest, that being the famous character Harley Quinn. She is the second live-action portrayal, right behind Margot Robbie, obviously, who, said by James Gunn, will return for more DC projects, so it still isn't the last we've seen of Margot Robbie, especially when it comes to her being a part of the new DCU. But with Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn, this is in the DC Elseworlds in Todd Phillips' Jokerverse. And we kind of got a first glimpse of her with this picture of her and the Joker, but obviously it was not her in her Harley Quinn attire, so we were just left to believe that is she really playing Harley Quinn, or were we just all overthinking things? Well, recently, photos came out from the set in Joker 2, where Lady Gaga is now donning her full Harley Quinn attire. And a lot of people have things to say about it, because there's one thing I realize, especially with fans of comic books, when their favorite characters get turned into movies, they always judge the book by the cover. Where if the superhero or villain doesn't look the way they're used to them looking, then they think it sucks right away automatically. Because I've been seeing a lot of negativity towards this look that Lady Gaga has for her Harley Quinn, and I gotta say, first of all, I don't hate it, because when you look at this universe here with the Joker and Todd Phillips, they're going for a more realistic take on things. So it just would seem weird that this girl with, two pigtails and this, kind of overdoing it gesture outfit would fit in this type of universe. And with Lady Gaga's version, you got the same red color scheme with the black and the white mixed in, and of course the face paint, the face makeup I should say, looks a bit different than what we are used to seeing, but in my opinion, this looks like more what you would see in real life when you would talk about a jester. I know they're depicted differently throughout different, time periods and all that kind of stuff, but nowadays, this is what I would see Harley Quinn looking like if she were a part of the real world. It's still also too early to tell what they're gonna do with this Harley Quinn, because the reason I thought the Joker movie fits so well and he was the perfect character to make a solo movie about is because he never had like a definitive origin story, so you could have put your own little twist on things and had it be okay, because, well, the Joker was never really supposed to have his own story to keep the kind of, to show you how insane he is in general by not knowing what really went on in his past, this, that, and the other. But with this universe, Arthur Fleck, we see what he goes through to become the Joker, whereas Harley Quinn, she's pretty much always had a definitive backstory, maybe not early on when she wasn't intended to be like a main character, but once Paul Dini and Bruce Timm realized she was going to be more reoccurring and they had to give her an origin story, they gave her probably the most popular one. There's two origin stories for Harley Quinn nowadays, the first being she was the Joker's psychiatrist and just went insane, broke him out, and that's where everything started. And if you read the New 52, yeah, okay, she still becomes a Joker's psychiatrist, eventually goes insane, but is the way she is because she jumps into the same vat of acid that the Joker fell into when he was fighting the Batman. So with Harley Quinn, it was always, what is Todd Phillips gonna do? Is she still gonna be the psychiatrist that goes insane and, ends up getting with the Joker? Or there's been rumors that Harley Quinn herself might already be an Arkham patient, like she's already going insane, which I guess that's not too far-fetched. Like, I think for me, as long as they don't tail away at all from the original origins of Harley Quinn by doing it, they can do it in similar ways. They don't necessarily have to do it the full way it's done, but if they just pull a rabbit out of the hat and say, no, this is how it happened, then I think that's when I get a little bit angry about it. But, we still got a little bit over a year before this thing is supposed to come out, so really all we know is some of the plot that's, been out there. We only know some of the cast, that being obviously Joaquin Phoenix returning as the Joker, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, Brandon Gleeson as an unknown character, and we're still unsure if Zazie Beetz is going to be involved in this as her character Sophia, or I think that was her name, I can't quite remember. It was said that the Joker didn't kill her, so she's still alive and about, and the Joker still thinks that they have a thing going, so maybe Harley gets jealous and finishes the job herself. Again, I don't know where it's fully going. But I just think that people saw this Lady Gaga picture and they were quick to just throw out the hate bucket, because even when she was cast as Harley Quinn in this movie, people were quick to just be like, oh, she's not the perfect fit, this, that, and the other. However, I've seen her play crazy characters like this in her other movies, and to be honest with you, with the way this universe goes and the way Joker was portrayed in the first movie, I feel like Lady Gaga can really do Harley justice by a more serious story here. As when you look at Harley Quinn in the DCEU and even in this current DCU, she kind of was played as the Deadpool of that universe. You know, she's gonna break the fourth wall, talk to the audience, do a lot of the narration. She was the comedic relief. But in this universe, you're definitely not gonna get that, so you're looking at more of like a more fucked up version of the character, like there's something seriously wrong with her in the head. And that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to once this movie starts taking place. And of course, when it comes out, I'll be very, very intrigued to see how this one goes. Plus, too, with the musical elements, don't you think that Lady Gaga is like the perfect fit for this? I mean, the woman can sing her heart out. She was one of the best pop singers of the late 2000s, early 2010s. You know, she's still very good when it comes to her music and still gets played, but she's not as popular as she was, you know, back in the day when I was younger. I mean, God, her debut album came out 15 years ago, and I was only like 9 or 10 years old listening to that record, and now here I am 25 years old still listening to that same record years later. But it seems like she's delved more into the acting, so it's also not like she's one of those inexperienced musicians where she's never really acted before. She's had a lead role, A Star Is Born. I thought that was great, at least the version her and Bradley Cooper were in. There was a lot of musical parts in that, obviously. So I feel like if they don't make this like a full-blown musical, just add musical sections here and there, which it seems like that's what they're going for with this movie, then I think it could fit very well, and Lady Gaga will be able to knock this out of the park, no problem. So basically what I'm saying is, to comic book fans, let's give her a chance by actually seeing the movie before judging on the way her character looks, because I feel like that's a shitty way of deciding whether or not you think this movie is going to be good or it's going to suck. I mean, the movie could suck and she could be very good. I mean, you know, there's always that possibility too, but I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, Lady Gaga, she's a great Harley Quinn or a terrible Harley Quinn, because frankly, I don't know yet. Nobody knows yet. We have these screenshots of her in the uniform walking around, then it looks like there's a scene where there's like these protests going on with Joker's supporters and she's around police. I'm assuming she's gonna end up getting arrested in this scene at some point, because this isn't the only photo. There's multiple photos, which I will flash up on the screen right now, that show you this is during a certain scene, and I guess now that she's in her full-blown Harley Quinn attire, she has basically shown that, hey, I am a Joker follower, or, you know, at this point they would probably be in love. So it's going to be interesting to see where they take this, and I will hold my judgment until the movie comes out. But until then, I think the look looks fine. I think the casting is great. But at the same point in time, that's just for now, as of making this video. It could change within a year when I go and see this movie in October of 2024. But for now, I stand by that I'm gonna give her a shot before anything else, and I don't think that she deserves the hate that she's getting right now for just simply being cast as the character and looking different from the comic book adaptation, even though I think this look, it does look really cool. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was expecting something like this in a way, and for them not to go too comic booky with it, and it didn't disappoint. So yeah, that is my thoughts on this. I'd really like to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Do you think Lady Gaga is gonna make a great Harley Quinn, and do you like the look, or what maybe would you change a little bit about the look, other than I just know the original comic book look? What about this look, even if it's something little, would you change about it that would make you go, okay, this is good, this is great? But I like the checkered board shirt and the little red blouse that she's wearing. I think it looks fine for what it is. And like I said, at least Todd Phillips kept the color scheme for Harley Quinn, unlike early DCEU with Suicide Squad and the Birds of Prey, where they were just like all over the place with it. So yeah, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.